the blood flow is controlled by the muscles of the heart. The muscles contract and then relax again. At that point, we show a simplified version of the pumping process. Later, we will describe the process in more detail. When the atria of the heart contract, the atria's space becomes smaller. The resulting pressure causes the blood to push the leaflets towards the ventricles. This allows the blood to be pumped from the atria into the ventricles. When the muscles of the atria contract, the muscles of the ventricles relax. And when the muscles of the ventricles contract, the muscles of the atria relax. The contraction of the ventricular muscles creates high blood pressure, which pushes the leaflets towards the atrium. However, the leaflets have thin fibrous cords that prevent the leaflets from being pushed into the atrium. These chordae tendineae are attached to papillary muscles that contract at the right moment. The contraction of the right ventricular muscles causes the pulmonary valve to open. This ultimately transports the blood to the lungs via the pulmonary artery. Now let's take a look at the left atrium and the left ventricle. The left ventricle's task is to pump oxygen-rich blood into the entire body. To achieve this, the left atrium first pumps the blood coming from the lungs into the left ventricle. The muscles of the left ventricle then contract. As in the right ventricle, fibrous cords and muscles prevent the leaflets of the valve from being pushed into the atrium. In the left ventricle, the muscle columns known as trabeculae carneae are particularly well developed. The resulting pressure opens the aortic valve and the blood is pumped through the entire body with the help of the aorta. In this simplified illustration, we can clearly see how the blood is pumped through the body's blood vessels. The left ventricle, just shown, supplies the entire body with oxygen-rich blood via the aorta. Head, abdomen, arms, and legs. That way, nutrients, oxygen, immune cells, waste products, and much more are transported from one place to another. The arteries transport the blood away from the heart, and the veins transport the blood towards the heart. The returning blood then reaches the right atrium of the heart via the inferior and superior vena cava, and from there into the right ventricle. The right ventricle then pumps the deoxygenated blood into the lungs with the help of the pulmonary artery. Here, the blood absorbs oxygen, enters the left atrium, and finally returns to the left ventricle and the aorta.